Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So we're going to talk a little bit more about Victor Wembanyama because there's a lot of think pieces coming out, and it'll be a lot more between now and Wednesday. And I'm looking forward to this young man's debut. This time we have Gilbert Arenas, and one thing he's praising, and I haven't really thought about it as much as I should, but I did hear something Pop said, in the preseason where he only ran one play for him. I believe that was the game against Chet Holmgren. Well, Gilbert is praising the fact that Popovich has let him go out there and play. Say he isn't trying to correct him, isn't trying to overly make him assimilate to what the Spurs system has been for so long. They're going to see what Wembanyama does well, and they're going to build around that. And I think that's a great approach because Pop said it in the beginning. He said he's not Tim Duncan. He's not all of these people that a lot of pundits is trying to make him be. He's Victor, and we have to assess that and go back to the drawing board and maybe tweak a few things. And we're going to check out what Gilbert had to say, and we're going to hear those comments that Pop has made about Wembanyama. Let's check it out.
You got to give Pop his credit. This is why. You have a generational talent. You have something you've never seen before, right? Never seen before. There's only a handful of coaches that can understand what this is. And now this lets us know how different Pop is, right? Mm-hmm. You have something that you've never seen. It's the new basketball. It's the new era. And you're not trying to make him fit your style or what you are used to. You're saying, hey, go out there and do what you do and let me see it. You don't see him trying to correct him. Yeah. You don't see him trying to make him do something he's not. When people are like, oh, is he a 5-man? Is he a 4-man? Pop is like, he's what he is. He's what, today he might be the 1. Tomorrow he might be the 5. That's the luxury of it.
Utility.
Right? And if like somebody like a Steph Van Gundy or somebody like that, he wouldn't be out there doing it. Like, think about how comfortable you have to do. Hit you with the net. Sit there like he has the, like, Pop is like, go, do you.
Yeah.
When other coaches would have been like, no. That's not what we do here.
Because he didn't go to college.
Right?
Because he didn't go to college, though. Yeah.
We're thrilled that we're able to bring Victor on board. He's obviously a heck of a talent. Because of all the hype, he'll have a target on his back. So more than O's and X's to begin with, we'll be most interested in setting a framework and an environment where he's comfortable, where he can be Victor. He's not LeBron or Tim or Kobe or anybody else. He's Victor, and that's who we want him to be. Of course, anybody would be excited about getting the number 1 pick in a draft, so I'm very excited. I called one play for him all night, and I think he got over 20. He just did that because he's a good basketball player, and he understands how to play. So
He run that one play correctly that you called for him?
he did, and he scored on it. So
Good call.
good calls depend on who's got the ball. But this guy has had that hype for so long, kind of like LeBron did, coming out. I compare him more to LeBron than those two guys in that respect. And, one of my major concerns was to figure out how to protect him, or, I'm going to give him speeches about this, and this is this, and you got to look out for this and all that. I found out very early when I'm talking to him that he's kind of looking at me like, why is this guy telling me all this stuff? He knows how to handle it, so I'm not worried about it anymore.
Coach, another Victor question.
Wow, man. So when you hear Gregg Popovich say that, you realize why he had so much success with Tim Duncan. And I'm not talking about, if you look at the success like the Lakers had with Kobe Bryant and Shaq, definitely, a three-peat, that's special, that's top of the line. What I'm talking about is during Duncan's reign, they had that New England type maintaining success. Even in years you don't win championships, you make it at least to the postseason and you have another successful season. And just hearing him talk, saying rather than worrying about X's and O's, we want him to get comfortable being Victor in our organization. Going from there is better than going and just taking this uber talent inserting it into your team and expecting, just to get the best results that way with what you've already done. Because let's just face it, you can't do, or you couldn't do some of the things prior to his arrival that you are able to do now. So let's just take a look at those things. Don't call plays for him. He said he only called one play for him that game against Chet Holmgren, and he scored on it. But let's let him go out there and play and find spots on the court he's comfortable, because then we can take that tape after we watch that happen, and we can sit him down, show him where he was successful, show him where, probably he needs to work a little bit more, where he's not comfortable on the floor. So they treated this whole process, summer league and preseason, as data that they can bring in and build around. And that's such a genius way to look at it. I just want to applaud Gregg Popovich, because you can think about it on many levels where coaches just want you to do what they've always done. And there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of them have good formulas that work. But Popovich wants this young man to reach his peak. And he knows, Victor has to figure out the NBA game. Just let him go make instinctual plays on the floor first, and take that and bottle it up and put it with what I already know I bring to the table. And they're going to be special. Man, hey, I'm so looking forward to the growth of this young man. I think he's going to be extremely good. I like Devin Vassell. I like his ascension. I like Keldon Johnson. He plays with a motor. I've seen Keldon Johnson play since he was in the 9th grade. He played for Team Loaded Virginia. He was an amazing, always had this high motor. So it doesn't surprise me he rebounds really well, and he makes all these hustle plays and everything that he does, because he's always done that. But that's all I got, man. I could talk about Victor and this upcoming season all day long, but I want to hear your thoughts about Coach Pop and his philosophy and what Gilbert Arenas said about it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, peace.